Okay, today we have a cute little cube action problem for you. Um, the score is white is leading 6-2 in a match to 7. It's post Crawford. Um, so red is trailing 5 away, 1 away. And red is on roll. And red is going to double white. Should white take or drop? How would you go about solving this little question here? Okay, well, in this situation, as you can tell, white does not have a free drop. White's supposed to take the cube in most situations, unless, of course, the net value of his gammons and backgammons and his wins are below the take point. Take points at these scores are very, very low. We're right around 4% take point. Let's take a look. Just check it. Analyze. Cube information. 3.91% is his take point. That's how much he has to take just about every cube. What's the gammon value? If the cube is on 2, the gammon value is 0.55. So what do you think about this position? Is it a take or a pass? This one fooled quite a few people. Okay. So what do you think? Take or pass? How often do you think you'll get gammoned here? How often do you think you'll win? Do you think you're going to net down to below 4%? Combination of wins and gammons? Did you decide whether to take or not? Well, let me show you the answer. I'm hitting plus plus, which is XG roller plus plus, which is pretty accurate. It's a pass. Now, this perplexed a lot of people. You have a 4% take point, and you win this game 45% of the time. Gammons are 33%, and the gammon value is 0.55. So those 33 gammons are only worth about, say, 18, 17. 17 gammons from 45 wins. That's a lot more than 4%, isn't it? Seems like a big take. What are we missing? What's wrong with the math? Can you figure out what we're missing? Okay. If you're really smart, smarter than a lot of us who first looked at this, you will see that you have to also factor in backgammons. In these kinds of backgammons, there's a lot of backgammons. You don't get gammon 33 times in this position. This is not 33 gammons. This is a combination of gammons and backgammons. Of this 33% gammons, there are 15% backgammons. So you're really only getting gammoned about 18%. And those 18 gammons are worth 0.55. But the backgammons, at this score, you lose the match, the backgammons are worth 2.0. So this is worth 30 wins. And 18 wins, you're up to 48. You have a drop. You're below your 4% take point when you factor in gammons. And here's something that many people don't know. Many people don't realize that there's not 33 gammons and another 15% backgammons. There are 15% backgammons and another 18% gammons to total 33.64. So people really don't realize these numbers and how they work. And of course, the remaining games, which is about 21%, he just wins. Red just wins without either a gammon or a backgammon. So he wins 21 games. He wins about 18 gammons and about 15 backgammons. That's how you read these numbers. Hope this helps you understand extreme gammon. It helps you understand take points a little bit more. You just have to take about everything except when there's gammons. You get into a race at this score, no gammons involved. You could be in a race or in a position where you have very little chance to win. Let's take a look at this. White on roll. If white doubles here, red's got to take. Why? He misses with 2-1. How often do you roll a 2-1 or a 1-2? About 5.5% of the time. His take point's 4%. Pass. Got the wrong one on roll. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We got to do it the other way. I knew I was doing something wrong. Red's on roll and white's the one with the take point of 4%. And now white's got to take. Because white's going to win 5.5%. And his take point is about 4%. So it's a take. Everybody in the world drops this cube unless you've studied the game and really know your take points. By the way, if the score were closer, instead of 5 away, 1 away, let's make it 3 away, 1 away. The take point's 2.3%. It would be even a bigger mistake to drop. Actually, 2.4%. Even a bigger mistake to drop this cube. Because when you drop this, if you take the cube, you can win the entire match. And if you drop the cube, all you're losing is the free drop. And the free drop's only worth about that 2.3%. Why is a free drop worth so little? Well, first of all, you only get to use your free drop half the time. And second of all, when you get to use it, that means your opponent came out ahead after the first roll. And he's usually not ahead that much, an average of around 5%. So if he's ahead an average of about 5%, and you only have to use the free drop half the time, because half the time you're going to be ahead, and some of the time you're going to be ahead quite a bit. So it averages out to the free drop on the last free drop that you have worth about 2.4%. Pretty fascinating stuff. It shows there's a lot more study to be done at Crawford cube action. And I've been working on this very hard with a lot of students, and it's fascinating. There's a lot more to this game. A lot of fun. Very interesting. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you learned something. I know I did. I learn every time I give a lesson. Bye-bye.